If you're losing weight, but your belly still looks the same, this video is for you. So I know most of us in our fat loss journey, we've been trying to lose weight, we've been losing weight, but then we have this one particular part in our bodies that just look the same, and it's like we're not losing weight. And for most men, this is our belly, right? But this is completely normal. Like, I know you think there's something wrong, but there's nothing wrong. Like, this is a normal process, and I'm just going to explain to you why this happens, how it happens, and what to do to fix it. So, the interesting thing about the human body, and that most people think you can do, but you can't, is that most people think that we can spot reduce fat. So, what exactly does this mean? So, when people say, I don't like my arms, they're too big, I'm just going to go to the gym and lose weight in my arms. Like, you can't actually target a specific area in your body to lose weight. So, if someone says to you, I want to lose weight in my thighs, do this exercise and you lose weight in your thighs. Like, it's not true. You can't do that, okay? Like, you can't specifically lose weight in your belly, in your face, in your thighs, in your legs. Your body just randomly decides where it's going to lose weight, right? And it takes eventually, like, some people may lose weight in their belly first, and some people may only lose weight in their belly, like, last, right? So it all depends on your body. So the first thing you guys should all understand is that you can't spot reduced fat, right? So one reason you may feel like, why aren't I losing belly fat, is that you're not in a consistent calorie deficit. Now, what does this mean? What's calorie deficit? So calorie deficit, like I've explained in my other videos, is basically eating below how many calories you burn a day. So if you burn 3,000 calories a day and you eat 2,900 calories a day, you're in a calorie deficit. But obviously, if we're trying to lose weight, we're going to put on a more aggressive calorie deficit. So I usually recommend between 20 to 25%. So if you're in a calorie deficit, so if your base metabolic rate is 3,000, you should be aiming to eat around 2,400, 2,500 calories a day, right? So if for 5 days of the week you're in a perfect calorie deficit, all this, you're doing good, you're doing good, and then on the weekends you just blow it all and you eat 4,000 calories. Like, you're gonna set back your process a whole bit, and it's gonna take so much longer. So I know a lot of you, like, you do well in the gym during the week, but on the weekends you just go crazy, you eat your crazy foods, you do all this, and you just blow that calorie deficit. So if you do this, like, you're not actually doing any good for yourself, and you're staying the same. If not, you're getting fatter, right? So what we should do instead is that we should try to minimize the amount of times we go over our calorie deficit. Even if we're having rest days, like, we should never ever be going like crazy above our calorie deficit when we're trying to lose weight. And look, I know that we're human. We're just trying to have like a good time, eat good food. Yeah, you can do that, but you have to do that in moderation. It's not every single weekend that now's the weekend you say, oh, I'm gonna eat like crazy. Okay? So that's one thing many people mess up, is that they're consistent during the week, but they slack off on weekends. If you're trying to lose weight, you have to think of it as a full-time job, right? So losing weight is a job, and you have to do it consistently, 7 days a week, 24/7, all the time, until you reach your desired goal. So when you're trying to lose weight and you're looking at your belly and you're like, oh, how come I'm not losing weight from my belly? You may just not be in a consistent enough calorie deficit. Then you lose weight in some areas, but the deficit is not consistent enough, so you don't lose weight in others. So another factor that may be influencing your belly to be a little bit more, and you're noticing that you're not really losing weight from there, is water retention and bloating. So when we have poor sleep, we have high sodium, we're highly stressed, we eat a lot of junk food, or you've had a long weekend of drinking, what happens is that our body becomes more inflamed and we actually look chubbier and bigger than we are, right? So this is because there's high water retention in our body. So when there's too much sodium and you're dehydrated, your body tends to hold water, which looks more like fat around your body, right? So many people often mistake this as like, oh, you gain weight, you gain weight. But it's not that you gain weight, it's just that you're not hydrated enough, right? So you guys need to be drinking so much water. I recommend you drink around like 3 to 4 liters of water a day, right? Drinking water, like, drinking water comes with lots of benefits, which it keeps you hydrated and it keeps you less bloated. That's one benefit. But another thing that water does is that it does a signal to your brain, and it reduces the amount of cravings you have. So if you're drinking lots of water, the amount of sugar cravings you're gonna have is gonna decrease by quite a bit. Okay. So if you find it that I'm finding it hard to lose this belly fat, just remember that you might be bloated, you might have lots of water, and you need to be drinking so much more water. Okay. So that's maybe an important thing. Another thing is that junk food and alcohol. Like these two things like dry up your water and take water out of your system. So then your body uses all the extra water and it stores it as fat somewhere else. So you guys should really be avoiding alcohol and junk food all the time. Me personally, I don't drink alcohol because there's no benefit of alcohol, and most alcohols have so much calories. So it's just like you're just wasting your calories for weight loss. And besides the calories, it's just alcohol is just not good for you at all. Like it messes with your brain, it makes you sluggish, it makes you tired. And if you drink on Friday, your Saturday is gonna be a slow Saturday. If you drink Friday and Saturday, you basically wasted the weekend because Sunday will be a slow weekend. So if you're trying to lose weight, I recommend that you avoid drinking as much as you can. And even if you're not trying to lose weight, I just think that if you don't drink alcohol, I just think you enjoy more life more. And yeah, so I was never really a big alcohol drinker. Like obviously if I was out with my friends, I'll drink a bit, but now I'm in university, I really don't drink at all, and I just find that I just feel better. I think I'm quicker, I'm more alert. So I would stay away. So if you're trying to lose weight, especially if you're trying to lose weight, I'll stay away alcohol because it's just wasted calories and it's just not good for weight loss. And even if you're not, I just don't think it's the best thing to do. But you guys can do what you want to do. And junk food too. Like junk food just makes your stomach bloated. Like I'm sure you guys have had it where you're eating so many sweets, you're just eating sweets, and then your stomach's just like, oh, you just feel bloated. So sometimes you may feel like I'm not losing belly fat, but in reality, you may just be bloated from all these. So the next thing is low NEAT, and NEAT is basically non-exercise activity thermogenesis. This is basically like all the calories you burn from outside the gym. So basically, the calories you burn from just living, just doing stuff, right? So if you don't do a lot during the day and all you do is just sit on your bed, like you're gonna burn less calories than someone that's always moving, talking to friends, walking here, doing this, cleaning, whatever. So you want to just be as active as possible during the day. So you burn more calories during the day, right? So instead of just sitting on your bum all day, just like walk around your room, just do this, dance, like these small things, because every time you move, your body burns calories. Okay, so like if you see your belly fat and it's like you're probably not moving enough throughout the day, so you need to move more. Okay, so stress and high cortisol also makes you like puffier, because when your cortisol spikes, it makes your face and your body more puffy. Okay, so I know lots of you guys work stressful jobs. You have your school is stressful. You can't really do anything about that. But if you're trying to lose weight and you still feel like you just look a little bit too puffy, it might be your stress. So you should do things that de-stress you. So if you had a long stressful week, just take a chill day on Saturday and just like relax a bit. Doing this like reduces your cortisol and makes you less chubby or fatter. Okay. So the last thing is that you may just be impatient. Like fat loss is not some quick fix, okay? Fat loss generally takes consistency over a long amount of period of months, okay? So if you've only been in the gym for 3 weeks and you look at your stomach and nothing has changed, you can't really expect to change because like you're not going to lose a crazy amount of weight in 3 weeks. Like if you're losing weight, you're probably only going to see a difference like a month and a half, maybe even 2 months in. And even at that, it may not even be a crazy difference depending on how you do it, okay? So if you feel like I've been training for a while and I'm still so big and nothing's happening, just remember like it takes time and you need to be patient with this thing. Because if you try to rush your fat loss, it's just going to harm you in the long term. So you need to be consistent for 2, 3, 4 months if you want to see serious change. And like I said before, you can't only be consistent during the week. You have to be consistent weekends too. Like Fat loss thing is a long-term job, okay? So all these points I just gave you are just a few reasons why people may feel like they haven't been losing the belly fat, even if they are going to the gym, doing this, doing that. So try to avoid doing these things as much as possible. Try avoid binge eating, all this. Just if you take this advice, like look at it in your life and see what you can change in your life. And if you implement some of these advices into your life, I'm sure like you'll start to see some changes in your belly fat or whatever. And yeah, so thanks for watching the video.